Hello, Stampers. How are you? It is Wednesday. What date is it? August the 5th. And I'm Jennifer Kirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. And this week, as of yesterday, the new catalog, the August to December mini catalog is live to customers. It's so exciting. There are so many beautiful things in here. I'm going to show you one suite today. We're going to look at one bundle, sorry. Actually, I will show you the suite. So it is a suite. We're going to be working just with the bundle today, which is this amazing fall stamp set. It's perfect for a beginner because there's lots of images as well as some really nice sentiments to use, and it comes with a pack of 3 punches. So I don't know if you can see these. I'll move them over a little bit so you can see. And these are really cool. They're small, but they fit the stamped images, obviously. And they're a little bit bigger than our normal mini punches, so they're a really good size for cards. So we're going to be using those tonight. But I said I would show you the bundle, so let me show you the bundle. But first, let me just call up my page on my iPad so that I can see who's joining me and if you have any comments. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Oh, I gotta find my volume. Hold on, let me turn it off. There we go. All right. So I now can see comments. So please, if you're watching, make sure you leave a comment, say hello. Let me know that you're there. It always helps that I'm not, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Which, wouldn't be the first time. Oh, now I've lost my comments. There we go. Now we got them. All right. So, Beautiful Autumn. So, it is a suite. We're going to use just the bundle today, but it is a suite in here. And let me tell you, there are some gorgeous autumn and Halloween products in this new catalog. So, if you guys can see this, it comes with some beautiful DSP, some brushed metallic cardstock, which is gorgeous, the punches and the stamp set, which I showed you, these really cute acorns. Where are mine? Here. Look at these. Would not want to be mailing these because they are quite substantial. They are fairly heavy, but they are so cute. Look at them. I can't wait. And then some really pretty ribbons. So there's this, which is the metallic ribbon, and it's a copper, which goes with so this is a specialty DSP, so I'll show you that in a second. So there's this copper ribbon and this mint macaron, and this is just, it's so easy to work with. It's just gorgeous. So that's part of the suite. Okay. I've been using this paper a lot, so let me just close this. So these are the brushed metallic. You can see they're not as shiny as our normal foil paper. They are brushed, and they come in a gold, a bronze, and what is the other one? Copper. Gold, bronze, and copper, and they're brushed, so they're really cool. I've been using a lot, as you can tell. I don't have a lot left. And then the DSP is to die for. It's plain and simple. So it is a specialty paper, which means there's foil in it. So there is gold or copper foil. So this one here, you can see it's the mint macaron with gold. This one has both copper and gold. Can you see that? Isn't that stunning? Can you just imagine the cards that you can make with this? Oh, I put 2 of the same one, which means I missed one. And then there's some more copper, some gourds and pumpkins. Oh, I can't wait. These guys punch out with the punches. How cool is that? Just these little leaves we can't punch out, but those are easy enough to fussy cut with scissors. And then this, isn't this cool? And then when we flip them over, and I am missing one, I think, we have some regular designs here. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, I can't wait to play with that too. And then that one. And then these ones, again, these punch out with the dies. So, yet again, Stampin' Up! Has outdone themselves. It is a beautiful suite. So, let's get started. We're going to be making this card today. We're going to be doing a little bit different colors, but we'll see which one we like best. So I'm going to place this just out of the way because you would not believe what my desk looks like outside of this little camera area. Looks like a hurricane has gone through here. All right, so we're going to make this card. So I will put all of the measurements and supplies. I will go in after and edit the video and put everything in here that you need, so you don't have to worry about writing it down. We're going to try the card base with Cherry Cobbler. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and we are going to, if I can find it underneath my piles, bring in our paper trimmer, and we are going to score this at 4 1/4. So we're going to score it in half. And if I was more organized, I would have my bone folder out to burnish it, but we'll just do it with my fingers. Okay, so card base, Cherry Cobbler. Our first layer here, this is 1/8 of a size smaller. So we're looking at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and this is Mango Melody. And then I have 2 pieces of Whisper White, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. One's for the inside and one's for the outside. Okay, and then I just have, this is about 1 inch. This is Mango Melody, so it's about 1 inch wide, and the length doesn't matter because we're going to trim it with our punch a little bit later. And then I have a piece, I don't know how big this is. Let me get out my ruler and measure it. Let's see. This is 3/4. Okay, so it's 3/4. And again, the length doesn't matter because we're going to punch it out. So those are the supplies that we need. We also are using these really cute Venom doilies. What I did on this one here is I cut the top off and I cut the bottom off, and I glued them on here. So I used the top and the bottom. Today we're going to use the middle part, and we'll just use that. And that's just a little bit of a thing underneath it. I don't know, what is that called? Embellishment? Yes, that's it. Can't think today. It's been a long day. It's really hard to get back to work when you've been on vacation. All right, so the other thing that we need, on this card here, I did pumpkin pie with Cajun Craze. And so this was Cajun Craze, pumpkin pie, and daffodil delight. Those are the colors I used on this card. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to try Cherry Cobbler. I don't know what it's going to look like. We're going to try Cherry Cobbler, Mango Melody, and crushed curry for today's card. Okay, so for the blends, I'll have to figure out which ones we'll use once I start the card. All right, so let's get started. What we want to do, I'm going to set all of these 3 pieces aside, hopefully somewhere where I can find them. And we're going to bring in some sticky notes. And what we're going to do is we're going to mask our paper here. So I want a little, probably about 3/4 of an inch here. It doesn't really matter. You just, however wide you want this shaded area here is what we're going to do. Try and make it straight, not like I do, because, you know, I just use the excuse that I've had a couple glasses of wine when I do this, when it's all crooked, but that's not necessarily the truth. But, you know, I have to have an excuse for being crooked. Actually, what I do is I try and line it up on the grid paper and then line this up on the grid paper. And see, I'm already crooked. There we go. Okay, and then we do the same thing, however wide we want it. I'll do it about this wide again. I just want it as kind of an accent. Okay, so again, I'm lining up my sticky note on the grid paper. So hopefully this will turn out and not move on me and be crooked. Okay, so I'm going to take my sponge dauber and I'm going to take my crushed curry. I always like to start with the lighter color first. Hi Marcy, how are you? Hope you're doing well. It's a gorgeous day today. Hope you got to enjoy it. So all I do is I stick it on the end of my finger and I just daub it in and I get a little bit of it off because I don't want a lot on. I start off the page and I just kind of bring it in on circles and I'm doing it really, really light. Okay, you can always add more color. You can't take it away. I don't know if these colors are going to work, so we're going to try it. If it looks horrible, oh well. Somebody will like it. Okay, and I'm just going to keep adding on. You can try and make swirls on it if you want, or you can try and have it smooth. I kind of like the texture. Okay, so that's the crushed curry. I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to bring in some Mango Melody for in the center. So again, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to dab my dauber, dab it off. Okay, and I'm going to start a little bit down of the crushed curry and just kind of blend. So I'm just moving it up. Okay, just keep going. Oh, I just realized that I forgot to get some scrap paper for stamping on, so you guys are going to have to bear with me while I jump up and grab more paper. Now, these two colors are too close, aren't they? I'm not getting a big difference in them. I thought they would be more... I should have used Daffodil Delight. Mental note, if you are making this card, use Daffodil Delight. You'll get a better contrast than the crushed curry. It's a little bit of a difference, but not much. All right, we'll go from that. We can always add later. Okay, and then we're going to bring in some Cherry Cobbler. So I tried to pick colors that remind me of fall, and it's always the brilliant oranges, deep reds. So Cherry Cobbler is very dark, so we do want to add this lightly. We don't want it to totally overwhelm the card. We want to blend it in. Okay, again, you can always add more. You can't take it away. So, okay, to start it off, and I just do it in circular motions, very light to the touch, so I'm barely touching the paper, and just keep going around in circles, and you just keep going, you can add more color until you get to a gradient that you like. So I think that looks okay. Again, I would have, in hindsight, isn't hindsight 2020, I would have, I should have used Daffodil Delight instead of crushed curry. The crushed curry is a little bit too close to the Mango Melody, but oh well, we'll make it work. All right, so then all we do is we peel this away, and you get a nice crisp edge. Okay, so we've created an accent just by sponging, just by using ink. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to set that aside, and I'm going to just scoot over here and grab some Whisper White for stamping because I forgot to get it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take these guys and we can just stamp them. I'm going to just stamp a whole bunch in the 3 colors and then of each of the designs, and then we can punch them out and just, well, you know what, here I just used the ash leaf here, so why don't we just use the maple leaf instead of mixing up the leaf types. So I'm just going to do a bunch in the crushed curry. And then I'm gonna give, I'm gonna give my stamp a little clean here. And you could, and if you start off with your lightest color, you could just stamp off and then you don't have to bother cleaning it between. Yeah, see how close those are? I didn't think they were that close. Wow. I've never put those two colors together. Now I know why. Oh well. It'll work. Okay, and then we'll bring in some Cherry Cobbler. And, oops, don't overlap your leaves because then you can't punch them out. So we're just going to punch a bunch of these. We won't use them all, but it'll give us some to play with to get the card to look the way that we would like it to look. Okay, so if you guys know me, you know that I need to close my ink pads because my project will end up in my ink pad if I don't. So now all we're going to do is punch them out. Okay, and we'll just stick them here. So sorry, you guys are going to have to watch me punch out a bunch of these leaves. I don't know how many I'm going to need of each color, so we'll just do what I have here. Okay, and then I just kind of give it a trim so I can get in with the punch, throw those away, and keep going. Okay, I'm going to keep my colors in a separate pile so that I know which ones I have. You're going to punch these a little bit more careful. I'm just kind of trying to go fast because I don't think you guys want to sit here for half an hour and watch me punch, right? So you're going to do this more careful than I am and get in the lines. So did you guys have a good day today? It was a beautiful day outside. Gorgeous, sunny, not too hot. The heat wave is finally broken for a day or so. I'm sure by the weekend, it's supposed to be hot again. As long as it's sunny, I'm good. Okay, I put that one too close, so I'm not going to punch that one out. I did a couple of these too close. I love punches. They are so easy to use. But have you guys seen the new stamping die, or what is it called? Die cutting and emboss machine? Have you guys seen it? It went live today, or yesterday, to demonstrators. So Stampin' Up! Is carrying their own die and emboss machine. We will eventually be getting a mini size. We don't know yet when that's available, but the regular size, when available to demonstrators today, it will be available for customers on September 1st. But if you do want it, you would be silly not to sign up as a demonstrator to get it, because you can get it for a great deal as part of your starter kit. Okay, so you took a nice country drive. Oh, that would be beautiful. I worked all day, so I've been a little bit frantic trying to get, you know, get work done and dinner cooked. And so I finally get to come down into my craft room and stamp with you guys. So I'm going to take the Mango Melody and I am going to just put a little bit of adhesive on it and put it, adhere it here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we can adhere this down. So let me get this down, and then we're going to just kind of position the leaves and see what we like. Oh. So where are you, Marcy? Are you in Canada, or where are you? I'm in Ontario. All right. I have glue all over me. How do I manage that? I don't know. So let's actually stamp this and get this ready. All right, so I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler, I think. And we're going to do a thank you. So this sentiment does come from the Beautiful Autumn stamp set. So I'm going to, oh, I forgot to put my mat underneath. I do have a mat that I normally stamp when I'm using photopolymer, just so I get a better impression. I have it somewhere on my desk. It's in the abyss. Okay, close this, and then we are going to take out this punch. Brockville. Oh, Brockville's beautiful. Right by the waterfront. All right, so I'm going to leave, this side is going to be square. This side I'm going to use on this punch. So this is, what do we call this? This is the lovely label Pick-a-Punch. So you can pick different punches. You can use different size papers in it. So I think I'm going to use the scalloped one here. All right, so I don't want this big long piece here. So I'm just going to cut it here. And then I am going to feed it in here. Okay, try and center it. Flip it over so that I know it is centered. So you can see it here. You want to line it up so it's in the center. Okay, and then just give it a punch. And voila, you got an end. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with this Mango Melody. We're going to, yeah, we're going to use the same punch. So that fits right in there. That's 1 inch. Center it up. Line it up. Okay, and then I do want a little bit of space over top, so I am going to trim this right around here. All right, so I'm in Guelph, Ontario. We're waiting. This week, we're supposed to hear from the school board to see what the back to school plan is. So there's a little bit of apprehension, I think, figuring out what's going on in the fall for our children. I know I'm apprehensive about it. All right, so we are going to center that like that. Now again, I'm taking this doily from the, what is it called? Square vellum doily. And I'm going to color this with a blend. I'm just trying to see what color do I want to do it. Do I want to do it in Cherry Cobbler? Maybe. Let's try light Cherry Cobbler. So only the top part and the bottom part are really going to be hanging over. So I'm probably going to trim these edges off here so we can't see them. So I really only need to color these parts here. Okay, so I'm just going to take the brush, and all I'm going to do is run it across. Okay, and run it across. It just adds a little bit of contrast. All right, and then I am going to cut off these parts here because I really don't want these sticking up. I think that side's probably okay. And that side's probably okay, but I'll just get rid of this one. Oop, I have glue all over my scissors. So not only do I get glue all over me, but I get glue all over my scissors. Not sure how I manage that. All right, so I still need to trim a little bit off that edge, but see how it just adds a little, so it just adds a little dimension or something, I don't know. Okay, almost there. Almost ready to put the card together. You guys are very patient. Yeah, I think it is very, you know, do we send our kids or do we keep them home? I don't know that there's an easy answer to that. So I am going to glue this. I am just looking for because me and glue, I will have glue everywhere. So I'm just bringing out my silicone sheet here, and I'm just going to add some glue if I can get any out. You don't need a lot. This stuff is amazing glue. And if you put too much on, it'll squish out the edges. So I'm doing it on the silicone mat here, so I don't care that I'm going off the edge because it's really easy for me to clean up after. Okay. If you're doing this on your desktop, you would want to be a little bit more careful. So you can see I'll just clean that off right after we're done. And I'm going to just put this down flat where we're going to put the sentiment. Okay, and this gives me a good idea when so we'll put that across, we'll put that with dimensionals. But now let's just have some fun with the leaves and let's see how we want to place them. So these are a little bit bigger than I think we're going to have to do because the crushed curry and mango are so close. So we're going to have to alternate with the cherry cobbler just so it doesn't look. Oh, do we just leave it like that? Do we put them on the edges so they're staggering that? What do you think? Make a little pattern. I don't think I like them all over this one. Maybe I will just put 2 like that. What do you guys think? Like that? Let's try that and see what it looks like. All right. Yeah, I have one child in high school and one going into grade 8. So, and all of us, my school board is all full classes. So we don't even get the reduced cohort or whatever they're calling it. So we'll have to see what we end up deciding to do. Oh, see what happens when you put too much glue on? Makes a mess. Okay, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. It's just one of those days. One of those days. All right, we're almost done, guys. I am just going to grab some dimensionals. We're going to pop up that sentiment and then glue our last 2 guys down, and then we're done. So this suite I love. I'm taking part in an international mega tutorial, so I'll have more details of when that's available and what it entails, but it will be available and it will be using this suite as well as some of the other autumn suites that are available in the new catalog. So it is going to be exciting. There's demonstrators from around the world have gotten together and we're making this mega tutorial. So as soon as it is ready to go, I will give you some more information on that. All right. Oh, that's going to be way too much. So I am going to just wipe that off on my silicone plate so that we don't make a huge mess. All right. What do you guys think? Colors kind of worked after a while. All right. Looks better with less. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's, especially because these leaves are a little bit bigger. All right, so for the inside, I am going to use the sentiment. It says, "My heart is grateful for you." I think that's just such a beautiful sentiment. And at this day and age, it is really nice to reach out to people and let them know that you appreciate them. So, okay, so we're just going to stamp that cherry cobbler, and I think I will stick 1 leaf in there. I make such a mess, my goodness. Okay, what color? Mango Melody? Yeah, let's do mango. Okay, we're gonna stick this on and we are done. Well, I just have to glue it on the inside. There we go. So, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the new catalog went live yesterday for customers. So, the August to December mini catalog is live. So, and we have a brand new customer website. So, it makes shopping a little bit easier and more user-friendly. So, it is actually, I went on and got navigated around it, and it's way easier than the last one. So do check it out. I do have a couple of announcements to make. So I'll post the links to it at the bottom of this, but I've posted a couple of new classes. So I do have a whiskey business class. Let me grab that stamp set. It is a really, really cool stamp set for masculine cards. Okay, so the card class that I'm doing, it's a product-based class, so the stamp set is included in the stamp fees. And I'll give you an example of one of the cards that we're going to make in it. So we're going to make this card in the card class, and it's an online class, so there will be you'll get a PDF tutorial as well as a Zoom meeting invite, and we will stamp together and make the cards together. So you have the PDF tutorial as well as we'll make them together over Zoom. So I do have that class coming up. So registration is closes on August 17th, and the class is on the 27th. I'm also doing a paper and ribbon share. So all the new papers and ribbon that are in the new mini catalog, I'm doing a share. So do check that out. And then in September, a friend of mine and I are going to host an online bingo. So we're going to be doing some make and takes, and there'll be prizes, and we'll be playing some bingo as well. So registration for that is August 24th. So I'll put links to all of those. So if you want to look for any additional information, you do have to live in Canada to participate in these, just because of rules that we have to follow with Stamping Up. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed making this and seeing some of the new product from the new catalog. I expect next week I will be doing another card, probably from this same bundle, because I love it. And I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care. Bye.